I was tired of the air conditioner exhaust in my window, so I just punched a hole in my wall. Hi, I'm Mike Cross. This is the Cross Legacy Workshop, and on this channel, I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks of my DIY projects. I didn't like the way the AC unit looked in the window, so I came up with a much cleaner solution. So I'm going to take this AC unit and route its exhaust right through the wall. And you might be surprised, but it only takes a few tools to do it. Before we talk about exactly what tools you need, let's talk about a few things that you should consider before punching a hole in your wall. The first thing you need to do is, where do you want the AC unit to be in your house? The second thing we need to figure out is, do you have electrical nearby? A third thing you need to consider is, where is the exhaust fan going to show up? You don't want it to be an eyesore on the front of your house. The last thing you need to consider is there anything in the wall that could be a conflict with you putting the exhaust through it? To help you locate things that are in your wall, use a stud finder. It'll tell you where the studs are, and some will even do electrical and plumbing components. Once you have an idea of where you're going to put this hole in your wall, it's going to be between two studs. We got to figure out what size hole it's going to be, and just to double check to make sure there's nothing on the outside of the house that could be a problem. Just check your exhaust on your AC unit and see what the diameter is. Mine happens to be 6 inches. In this situation, the exhaust hose is just under 6 inches in diameter. The exhaust vent I got for a dryer is 6 inch in diameter, so this fits right into the dryer vent. So I got an exterior 6-inch dryer vent, and it has about a foot of ductwork attached to it already. So in the winter months, you're gonna wanna plug the hole that's in your wall when the AC unit isn't being used, since it's portable. What I chose was to get this 6-inch air diffuser. This is really just a cap to use to cover the hole when the AC unit is not in use. So you've checked on where your exhaust vent is going to go on the outside. You've checked on where it's going to go on the inside. You've checked to make sure you have power nearby. Now you're ready to put a hole in the wall. So what I did was I just used a drywall knife to make a smaller hole in the approximate location of where I wanted it. All right, so now you've got a small hole in your wall. Mark out where the center of the 6-inch hole is going to go on the outside wall of your house. Once you have it marked out, and grab maybe say a 3/8 drill bit, whatever size is the same diameter as the width of your jigsaw blade. Drill a hole all the way through into the outside of your house. Okay, so now you got a 3/8 hole all the way through your house. Go outside, look at where that 3/8 hole is, and just double check to make sure you have 6 inches all the way around, that this project's going to be a success. So now you're on the outside of your house. There's a 3/8 inch hole. Use your cap. This one, I've got a center pin to use. Stick that on the hole. Trace around it with a pencil, and that'll give you a guide for when you're cutting out the hole. Now, what I'm going to use is a jigsaw to cut out that 6-inch diameter hole. Any jigsaw will work. This one's probably older than me. Oh, this one, not only was it my dad's, I think it was my grandpa's before that. It's better to cut inside the line by about 1 inch all the way around. You can come back later and follow the line exactly when you're ready, but you want to be able to have some room for adjustment. So now we're still outside. We've got the 6-inch diameter hole fully cut, and we're going to put the 6-inch dryer vent through this new hole. The dryer vent's not going to come through the sheetrock yet because the hole's not big enough. So we're just going to place it there, have a helper, hold it on the outside, come inside, make sure everything's lined up, and then finish cutting the 6-inch hole on the inside. Use the drywall saw to finish out the 6-inch hole on the inside. All right, so now you've got 2 6-inch holes all the way through your house. The dryer vent is pushed all the way through, and it's probably sticking out quite a bit. You're gonna use these tin snips. Some people call these tin snips or metal shears. You're gonna use this to trim the vent duct flush to the sheetrock. Now that all this is flush in place, go outside, make sure your vent is level, square. Use some caulking and some screws to set it in place. So now all that's left to do is to put your AC exhaust hose into your new exhaust vent. This will make your window look better. Who knows, you might even make your HOA happy with this. If you want more cool ideas like this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're just getting started.